Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Charles, and this is episode 9 of our series on the Pichonniere Valley. This is the parallel series that I am doing with Daggerwin and Chainsaw 100. I do encourage all of you, of course, to go over and watch their videos. I've watched all the episodes of both of their videos so far. I think they're on... At this point, I think they've put out something like 19 episodes of it, something like that. So we're like 10 episodes behind them, but as you can see, I'm stopping here with my tractor here at the shop because I am going to, if I can find my cursor, I'm going to repair it. Wow, $10,000 to repair that. We did buy that used, so it was when I was using it last, I looked down and I thought, well, is that I had it hooked to the low loader, and I wondered if it was the low loader that was in such need of repair, and then I remembered, oh wait, no, I bet I did not. I just went straight into using this tractor, and I neglected to repair it after I bought it. And of course, when we buy tractors and anything else really in the used sale, then we are going to need to repair it at some point. I do have a repair tool that I can use. I just need to walk up to the thing. It's a mobile repair thing. So a mod. So would have been okay that way. Let's see, things, but anyway, now that's been done. I came over, of course, and got our new seeder, which is big. Wow, it looks big in relation to, even to this tractor, and it's the biggest one we have. There, I have to get back and see it all. Now, I'm going to take this down to our filling station to fill this up. If I do N to open the cover there, I'll just go ahead and do that because we're going to need seed, and this takes liquid fertilizer. I hope I have enough money to fill this up. I don't know exactly how much of either one of these things, seed or liquid fertilizer, this takes, but I know that liquid fertilizer can get pretty pricey. So we'll see. But here, this is our field here off to the right, already sitting there waiting for us. Did I get the soil? Did I buy the soil information for that? As we're going by here on the left, you can see that I have. I did go back and I finished. Sorry, car. I went back and I finished filling in the majority of that poplar field. I said I was going to wait until the rain stopped and everything, and then I remembered after I had cut the video off, I was like, oh, well, we're only supposed to work until 5 o'clock, which is the cutoff time that Daggerwin and Chainsaw have set and everything, and we're supposed to cut off at 5, and so I said, oh, well, wait a minute, I can't work that late. And so I did have to, now, can I get in here? No, car? What'd you think I was swinging out for? Okay, this is going to be a difficult place to get into, maybe. Okay, start filling liquid fertilizer. Okay. Oh, it only holds like 3,000 liters. That's not going to bankrupt me. Okay. Now roll forward to that. Fill it with no, not sugar cane. Seeds. Okay. Close the cover so I don't accidentally put something else in there. Now Yeah, sometime in the future I might have to... Now, is there... No, there's no way to get around. Oh, there's a little bit of tree that I've cut down and kind of left there and everything. Now, I can go technically through here because this is my field. And I think maybe these bushes, yeah, I can go through them like they're not even there. So anyway, yeah, I got that filled. Goodness, I can't even remember what I was talking about before I started doing that. I did find out something, that I made a mistake. For some reason, I was watching one of the early episodes that Daggerman and Chainsaw had done, and I could swear that I heard one of them say that they weren't using crop destruction. But in paying attention to some of their more recent things, recent videos. Okay, don't hit that pole. Okay, it is set on corn. So, oh, do I even dare do this? Wow, this is going to be an adventure. But apparently, what I heard about them not using crop destruction is that at the time, I believe it was probably Chainsaw, I think was the one that I heard say it. I think he was basically just saying that there was no crop destruction. Oh, wait. Before I do any of that, there I go again. I almost did it. I should have known. I should have known. I should have known. I get so anxious for these fields and things. I'm going to leave my cedar right here. I did not lime this field. I'm anxious to jump into it and get it planted. So, but anyway, you know, I heard them say. I thought that there was no crop destruction, but I think he was talking about that the crop he was going over. There wasn't any crop destruction on it at the time. The yard is an absolute mess down here. So basically it means that I'm going to have to... Oh, good Lord. How am I going to get back into that and get out? Well... Really? Does it not want to connect at that angle? Well, now I'm pushing it further that direction. Okay. Connected. Now, can I get you out of here? So I think I'm going to have to spend some time today. I mean, I planned on using some of these tractors and stuff, so a lot of that equipment was going to have to be rearranged anyway. Okay, that's so weird driving from above. Okay, so obviously I'm going to go fill this. Then I will put this on a worker to lime that, because I have lots of other things that I need to get done today. I've gotten... lime? Yes. I have gotten the grass field that we baled last time and everything. I have got, or that we cut last time, and I started baling. I did finish baling that. Now there, as you can see, is the harvester that I talked about moving down here as a, just, what? Why did that open? I was nowhere near that key. Weird. So I'm going to put this on a worker. I've got all those bales down there, and some of those bales at least need to be wrapped. Some I'm going to leave as just grass. The reason for it will become obvious at some point. So let me get this guy started. And we can get our pH more in line. There, let me see. Let's see, this is something we're not going to need. Yeah, that's something we're not going to need very much at all, so I think I'm going to take this, and for right now, I'm going to set it right there. It's kind of out of the way. It's not among everything else, so let's see. Yeah, this cultivator. I know where I'd like to put that cultivator. Yeah, see, not in the last episode, it rolled down that hill all the way to our bale wrapper there, and since then it has turned 180 degrees back around. So, man, this thing. Okay, so we don't need the baler right now. I'm going to unhook this. It's going to end up... Oh, don't hit that. It's going to go down and hit the house or something down there, I guess. Now, because I have not had crop destruction on, I have been, pretty much running through this field here to the right of the tractor, just, as much as I please. So, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. I have not been into the menu yet to set it. Why am I having such a problem driving these tractors today? Okay, I'm going to get that one. It's going to be set for that. I'm going to take my tractor here and unhook the baler. I'm going to hook the mower to it. Let me get around the other way here. Always a tree or something in the way. Okay, and I do have, and why it is that I forgot about it, I'm not sure, but I do have one more to be mowed. So, and it is the one down here beyond where our little water source is. The one that I came down and I started taking all those trees from a couple episodes ago. so hard to turn into this field if I'm trying to do it the right way anyway, instead of going through a... There's also something since this mower, and I'll stick that on a worker. We'll run out of the way. Let him go. He's probably going to get caught on something in there, as all the workers have been doing to me recently. I will grab the bale wrapper and start doing some wrapping while my other two tractors are occupied. Let's see. While I've been thinking about it and everything, I might as well go in as soon as it seems to save slower and slower every time I get into this thing. Let's see. Crop destruction is now on. Oh Lord, this is going to kill me because I never, ever play with crop destruction on. Boy. Okay, so I have to remember not to swing wide when I go into the field here that's in the yard right now. For all intents and purposes, that's going to be the one that I really have to worry so much about. I think I just took that corner off of it right there. Unfold that. We'll hit Z to turn on the automatic drop, which in the last episode I thought that it had glitched because it wouldn't do it. This time I have remembered. There are some little pieces that I have gotten, or pieces that I missed, rather, that I didn't get with the baler. But in the end, I don't know that it makes a whole lot of difference for it. Okay. Well, I redirected that bale a little bit. Okay, and bale wrapping, you know what that's like, so I'm going to stick this into a time lapse and I'll be with you when we are further along in this. Okay, that is that. As you can see, I have left, was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bales out of this field as grass. The rest of them we have wrapped up. So I am going to go and offload this, and I guess, do I dare check on any of my workers to see what they're doing? Or do I just leave it to fate that they are not caught on a tree or anything like that? They've successfully navigated all the obstacles and they are doing just fine. I could choose to believe that, anyway. So, yeah, I'm going to put this back in here, hopefully without hitting any of my other equipment. There we go. I can unload these, and unlike the cultivator, they don't change positions. Let's see, let me, instead of, and to distract myself from wanting to go and check on my workers, I am going to hook to this trailer. Gosh, I am so paranoid now. Going by this field. You know, and as soon as this thing grows enough, then, you know, I'm going to turn it into the yard. Actually, Daggerwin and I, of course, both have this this plot, and we both have that field because it started with a field in it. And so both of us now have said that obviously after that crop grows, probably something we should have done initially is to take that crop out of that field. Control Shift R, and we should be ready to load now. So yeah, so, you know, but anyway, we're both going to take that field out after we harvest it and turn the whole thing into yard. And once we do, we'll have plenty of room. But until then, oh, and it's full already. Yeah, because this one doesn't want to hold that much. So now where do we put it? Where do I put this? Now well, I've got to wait for it to become silage anyway. I put these other ones here, but I'm going to have a whole lot more of them now. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I've got to take it down to that secondary field down there. We're going to have, or that secondary yard. We are going to have to clear them out of there sooner rather than later, though, because once the oats are ready to harvest from that field here to our right, there's a production that's going to have to go in over here. So let's see, and to the right, to the left. Okay. And this is going to take a while. While I'm here, let me... Not much of this looks mowed. Because, yet again, workers... I can't even see how you've got this in there. That's... Okay. I don't know how any of that... Okay. Been costing me money all this time. I have no idea how long. It's just going to mow probably the very middle of this. Anyway, yeah, I'll come back and check on you again later. So hard to get good help these days. Okay, so get back over, pick up more, and we'll be back again to see which tree he's run into this time. Now, dare I go across the bridge here and check on our one doing the lime? After what I just encountered, I think I almost have to. Well, let me get off the road so I'm not blocking any traffic there. They get touchy about that. Wow, is this whole field limed? Did they finish that and I missed the... There's a little patch here in the center that's not done. Tractor ended up way up here at the top. Whole field is on a hillside. Oh, there's another entrance up here too. If I'm ever up coming from the shop, I can just come into it that way. And we had some lime left, so let's go ahead and hit that little place. Oh. And there's this down here that didn't get, so we will also get that. Okay, well, apparently that AI worker that's doing the mowing has completed their task. Oh, no. No, hook it back up. Here I was saying, oh, they've gotten everything, just this one spot. Oh, there's another spot. Well, here's another one. So, take like all of 2 seconds to fill that, and then we're done. I'm going to take this. Up the hill here. Hopefully it won't roll, taking it off on that big hill. Since it's not my cultivator, I'm going to trust that it's not going to wander. Okay, now, I jumped the gun before, but now we are ready. Do these poles have collision on them, I wonder? Goodness. Cannot see for the trees. Can't see the forest for the trees. That's a popular thing to say, isn't it? Okay. Now it's set on corn. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to lower it down. And we're going to try and plant some corn. At least for a bit, and then maybe I'll turn it over to a worker to finish off. But this big cedar, even a field this big, it's gonna take care of it in a pretty good amount of time. Oh, I missed a little bit at the corner there. Goes a little bit faster, went downhill. Wasn't prepared for that. Oh, wasn't prepared to hit that tree either. Okay. Yeah, gonna take me a while. Tractor with a really high horsepower and a big seeder. Gonna have to get used to both of them. Or a big planter, rather. I use those terms fairly interchangeably, so be prepared for that. People tend to know what you're talking about when you're talking about, either way, even when you're using a seeder, you're technically planting something in the ground, so. Okay, this little corner over here is going to get finished off. Yeah, it's going to be quite a bit slower going up the hills. It seems to be pulling it okay. I mean, it's 6 miles an hour. Would I like a little more? Sure. Going a little bit slower like this, though, does help it. But I have seen people, pulling things like this where they're getting like, 2 and 3 miles per hour. So I count myself as somewhat fortunate. I'm gonna overcompensate so I don't leave any on the outside of the field there. So I'll let it hang over just a bit. See, I've already done a time lapse and everything, so I'm gonna go ahead and do at least a little more of this. And I may give you some shots of this getting done. Let's see, we're already about 42 minutes into my recording. Doesn't feel like I've been recording that long. So anyway, yeah, I'll probably give you a little bit of this. I'm going to go and eventually I'm going to have to go and finish the mowing in that field and everything. The baling on that is not going to be all that urgent. I do like to bale it before the grass gets too long again, because it gets hard to see where the windrows are and everything. So that field that we're mowing right now, that one I'm planning to leave as a grass field. So, well, I took the spreading lime from up here, and somehow did not pay attention to the fact that it didn't finish this corner either. So there was another place that it didn't finish that I should have filled in and didn't. Now here's another downhill. This could get messy if I get too close and start running over to where those poles are. I don't know if those poles have any collision on them. So anyway, I'm going to get on with this planting, and I will pick you up when we are further along in this, or maybe after we finish this and we're on to something else. Okay, and here we are. We are finishing up this. Basically, I just went around, just kept going around and basically headland passes on this. And this is the fourth, basically, 4 headland passes with this big cedar, big planter, rather. Well, planter and cedar, because it'll do basically all the crops. Yeah, and 4 trips around was all that it took. Now, let's see, I have just a little sliver. Something I did find out, like, pretty much right after I cut off the video, the part that I cut out there, when I was coming down the hill, I found out that yes, these poles here do have collision on them, because I stuck my planter out there just a little bit too far and caught the edge of one. Okay, and that cleans that up. So now, turn that off, fold that up. And I'll go all the way up here because that's where an exit to this field is. If I can get it there without running anything in the ditch. This thing is so long. I need to get up where I can see the road, since my angle changed there. Okay, now we have used quite a bit of our liquid fertilizer, very little of our corn, or very little of our seed, I guess. Curious that it used, I guess, the field was in need of that much fertilizer to get it up to a good status. Maybe it won't need as much the next time we plant something in there. So while we are up here, I need to go down. Is that same red car that tried to pass me last time? Oh, you're behind me now. Great, so when I pull over and swing out, you're going to want to go past me again. Yep, thought so. Well, and that's okay that I came down here. It'll give me a chance to see how much of the... I won't bother to refill the seed, I don't guess. Yeah, quite a bit of this still to do. It only did that little bitty patch. Well, there's gonna be some for me to do then. Okay. Well, I know there are collisions on those poles, so I'll stay away from that. We need to get down... Well, no, I can't. I was going to say, we'll get down and we'll go ahead and seed that field that we're taking that other off of, but we're not going to be able to, because we haven't gotten all the bales off of that yet. So... This thing is so big. I'm going to have to get down to this one and go in. Of course, of course, of course. Okay, I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with that. I mean, did you notice for a while there the... Oh, maybe it's out. Nope. Maybe not. Yeah, for a while there, the tires are actually receding into the pavement of the road for some reason. Okay, come on. Well, then I'll do this then, if you're going to be that way. Maybe less room to go around down here, but it's what I've got to work with. Oh, mangling my things there. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to make a bigger entrance. If I'm going to have this big equipment. I just didn't want to go through our... crop there, since I'm trying to also be good about not... Let's see, I guess the thing that's the most pressing right now is to go around and collect more of these bales and get this field ready for... Oh, I'm so paranoid about that now, I swear. Okay. Let's see, it's currently enabled, so... Isn't it? Now it is, I guess. Yeah, I didn't actually count how many bales there were, but you know, this thing will only carry what is it, 6 at a time? So that, yeah, 6. There we go. Okay, so basically I'm going to work on getting this field cleared, and then I'll be back with you and let you know what it is that we're doing, I guess. Okay, I am back. I have gotten all of the wrapped bales off. I am just back for the grass bales. Get on there. We had 5 of those, so I am going to shut off the auto stacking. Well, normally it would anyway. There we go. Put the straps on it. I am going to leave these on this trailer for now because I don't know where I'm going to put them. I don't want to take them all the way down to where that other I don't want to take them all the way down to where that other well, I better not put this there. I'm going to block getting through. I'll stop right there. I am going to go back and I'm going to put now. I know in the last episode we looked at the crop calendar. And we planted corn, said no to carrots, alfalfa, clover, don't have any interest in those. Cover crops, no. Green rye, maize silage, oilseed radish, olives, parsnips, peas. Be the end of peas right here. Green beans. Here it's in the month. It's in the month for green beans right now, and they would be harvested in August. And if they're harvested in August, what else is in August here? Clover. Can plant canola in August. That could be another. That could be another production if I wanted it. Okay, so yeah, could do what was that? Green beans. Green beans. I said now it'd be August, but then we could immediately turn it around and put canola in it. But then if you plant canola, it's like a whole year until it's done again. But green beans. Let's do some green beans. Let's change the cotton, wheat, oat, canola, sorghum, long grain rice, oilseed radish, grass, red beet, carrots, parsnips, peas, spinach, green beans. And now I planted that entire field of corn myself over there. So this I am going to hit a worker on and see what they do. Weird, it says they completed their task. Why is that? Oh, is this... I didn't pay attention to that. Wrong one. No, this one will seed directly. No previous cultivating or plowing is necessary. What's going on here? The workers are being all squirrely today. I don't know what's going on with that. They've never been the most dependable bunch, I know, but... Oh, and here we are in the trees again. Here we're about to end up in the water. Well, like I say, this thing is so wide that, you know, as long as we can keep moving and I don't hit anything and I don't miss some of the thing. Wow, it is doing this at 30 miles an hour there. What the heck? I guess downhill or on flat, this thing will move. I didn't expect it to be that fast, though. Okay. Yeah, especially if it goes that fast, I might get this done in no time. Take that, workers. I don't need you. Well, it would be nice if I had them, because apparently I can't get them to apparently I can't get them to finish that mowing in that other field, so I'm going to have to go and do that. Sitting up there wasting all my money, saying, oh, I'm on this tree, I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. Oh, another fence. I wonder if that's one that if I were to buy that field, if I could get rid of that fence too. Or if it'll be like it is over by the railroad tracks where I can't. Oh! Yeah, it's a good thing I shifted my view there. I'm getting closer and closer to the fence and didn't realize it. There's a little turn in the field there, it looks like. So, okay, well, looks like I am going to be seeding this field, so should be easy sailing after we get this, after I get this headland done. So I'm going to take care of that, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, we are on our last, I think, last pass. I am going to have to go in back, and there's one little place over there to the right that I missed. I will not be able to stand seeing that little patch of green grass in the field, so I'm going to have to go back and get that. There's probably a corner or two that I missed. It doesn't bother me so much in the corners, it's more here in the middle of the field where those things just kind of stick out for me. Okay. Oh, you gotta love big equipment, don't you? I mean, big job? Nah, nothing. Big fields are nothing with big equipment. It took me like 5 minutes to plant green beans in that field. So, here again, nowhere to actually store this thing. Tell you what, let me... Where are we? We are here. $76,320. I talked about this field down here. I mean, and what would it be if it was an episode and we didn't buy a new piece of property? So let's go ahead and buy that. I own it now. It's a grass field as it is right now. I very likely will not be leaving it as a grass field. Oh, well, let me run all the way around to the other side of it. It also gives us another water. There's a gate to it right there, but there is a... I know Daggerwind filled up in there one time, and I think... Well, shoot, where... I guess maybe if the gate is around there, then the box is there too. The one to disappear the There it is, hidden behind the tree there. Okay, now did that take the entire thing? And it's relatively flat here. It is another grass field ready to harvest, so for right now I am going to take this big cedar and park it down there, because I am not ready to use it for what I am intending to use it for. I do have something in mind for it. Let's get this stored down there. Probably. I don't know, is there... I don't know if this one, if that water is like all the way up against the upper edge of that, or if there's a bit around it. Don't go in it. Charles, what are you doing, man? Come on. Okay, let's go around it this way. Actually, since the fence is gone, I'm going to leave it right there. Okay. So, obviously, I need, I'm going to go ahead and get that, I'm going to get this field up here that I have started the worker mowing, even though they did the tiniest part of it. And I am going to get that mowed the rest of the way. I'm going to leave it as a grass field, and then maybe in the next episode we'll mow the new field. Maybe I'll be able to put a worker on that and have them actually do it without hitting too many trees. Don't know. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to give myself a little bit of a outside headland to follow here. It's cutting down some of those, that's good. I could stand to cut down some of the bushes and stuff to make it less obstruction-y. Come up as close to these as I can. Trees, they're always in the way. They look really great on a, they look really great on a map and everything. It's just they look horrible, or they are horrible to have to deal with whenever you're trying to use anything around them. Mowing that will also reveal apparently some of the stumps and everything that we have missed. Okay, deposit that tree that I was dragging there. Now I need to get recentered. It's easier for me to drive that way. So anyway, yeah, this is apparently what I'm going to be doing. We'll bail this up. We'll bail this up in the next episode. And we'll get that other field baled. We now have a field of oats, corn, and green beans. Three big fields actually planted. We've got our spelt growing in our two original, or close to original fields anyway. And yeah, so we're growing, and so I'll do that, and maybe we'll get back to doing some contract work. I think all of the grass that I take off of this field, I'm going to bale it up, and I'll just go ahead and probably turn it into silage and let it ferment with the rest of it. I haven't looked at the calendar, so I don't know when silage is due. Yeah, a little too severe going around that corner. So I'm going to get this finished off, and then I will pack it up for the day and switch it over to a new month. We are, what is that, about 3 o'clock? Is that 3:30? I guess it is 3:35. So not too bad. Got some little patchy places that we've missed. Okay. Yeah, that, I guess maybe before I go, you know, there's this, I'm going to finish this off. And there were some things that I wanted to try, and I've kind of done a little bit of it already, because there's all of this, of these bushes separating these two areas, and I can do without those. I don't really need them. Visual obstruction like that just does me no good. Now another place where I have a lot of that is in my yard. Okay, now there is a stump. Technically I can come back and stump grind it with this as well. Now there are some more of those. There's a stump. There's a bit of a stump. Finding all kinds of them around here. But there is, I'm pulling another tree with me. I've got one more bush there I'm going to take out, and then I'm going to call my work on this field done for the day. Okay, fold that up. Last thing, I want to try out another, you know, another function on this mower. As the last thing that I do today. You know, when I was growing up and everything, you know, on the farm and everything, we had a bush hog that looked kind of like this. It didn't fold like this. It you know, it was just a static piece. But you know, we used it as bush hog, and that's one of the things that this will do. So I'm guessing that when you do it in a bush hog, it will, you know, usually it'll chop the grass up maybe a little bit finer. But I'm not really after grass so much right now. Oh, cars, man, come on, you're coming through here. Yeah, just hold up, I'm working here. Let's see, where is the... let's see. Oh, Control and Y is how I change that. It's currently on Swathing Mower, Mulcher, Stump Grinder, Destroyer, Mower, Bush Hog. Let's see what that does. Now it's obviously not going to... Yeah, okay. It's obviously not going to windrow it. Yeah, it just kind of lays it down there, so that's good. That's good. I want to fold it back up because my space getting through the yard here is limited, to say the least. I want to get on the other side of the trailer here, because all of this back here is what I'm really wanting to get rid of. Still on Bush Hog. Don't go into the field. I can't see it, so I don't know if... Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Just wanted to be able to see what I was doing, that's all. Okay. Oh, no. I hope it's not doing anything to my crop down there. Yeah, I don't know if a bush hog will, on this game, will destroy a crop if it rolls over it. Okay. Rid of some of that. Sorry, trailer, I banged right into you there. You didn't deserve that. Okay. Now, that at least gives us, you know, I think over here in this area now, that gives us at least the appearance of a little bit more usable room to put things. I am not going to show it on the camera. Oh, well, those are weird little bushes. I'm not going to show it on the camera, but what I am going to do now that I have this cleaned up back here a little bit is I'm going to start kind of organizing my trailers and stuff so they're not just sitting out here, and I'm going to try and get the yard looking a little bit better, what we have of it right now. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. It's been sort of a rambly sort of episode, but we did manage to get a few things done. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you liked the episode, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to ring the bell if you want to be notified for when I post new videos. I'll see you in the next one. That'll be episode 10. So I'll see you then. Bye for now.